I'm Belle, welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to have you with me and sharing my weight loss journey with me. For those of you that haven't seen my first introductory video, I have been following the Slimming World plan pretty much since the 1st of January. I have done it on and off for years. I remember it still when it was red and green days and all that kind of stuff. So since the beginning of the year I have been going at a bit of a snail's pace. I eat out a lot and I'm not always the best slimmer, I have to say. My journey's had a few little bumps in the road, but last week, and we're now in August, last week I got my 2-stone award. So I've got about 1.5 stone still to go, and that's kind of where I'm up to so far. So in terms of my week, I've had a pretty good week. I have been disciplined in terms of how I've kind of eaten most of the week, but on Friday I did have a lovely works function, so an afternoon and an evening out. We were very lucky to go to a vineyard and do a kind of tour, and then they actually produced sparkling wines. It was amazing, and we actually had probably tried, I don't know, and drank, I don't know, something like 4 glasses of champagne that afternoon. It was brilliant. And then in the evening we had a fantastic barbecue, which was absolutely awesome. And I tried to be good, like I was mindful of what I was eating. I tried to eat something before I went as well, so that I wasn't like tempted by everything, but I did have a canapé, and then we had an amazing barbecue with big rack of lamb with loads of lovely fat on it. It was so nice, and kind of salad and potatoes, which obviously is all fine. And then I just have a tiny little piece of salted caramel cheesecake. I don't know how anyone can resist salted caramel cheesecake. And then I had some wine with dinner as well. So I wasn't as bad as I normally would be, but I came back and kind of totted up what I'd had the afternoon and evening before, and I went way over for the week. And then I made the mistake of doing what no slimmer should do when they're weighing in at group every week, which is get on the scales at home, which I did on Saturday morning, Sunday morning and Monday morning, and the scales at home were telling me that I'd had kind of massive gains from that one afternoon and night out, and it just put me in the worst mood. I was just gutted that basically this week I'd go to weigh in and they'd take my certificate off me from last week and tell me I wasn't allowed it, and it would all be disastrous. And so I worked really hard from like Saturday through till Tuesday when I get weighed, to kind of think, right, it's 2 meals out of 21 that I have been naughty, I guess, and I really worked extremely hard to kind of pull it back. So tried to have lots of kind of fruit and veg and be kind of considerate about what I was eating, whereas kind of the old me definitely would have gone completely off the rails, used an excuse to ruin the whole week, would have bought pizza on Saturday when I was feeling a little bit ropey, and probably got stuck into a load of Haagen-Dazs on Saturday night. I didn't do that. I was very, very mindful of getting weighed on Tuesday. I've got a holiday in a couple of weeks, but I still yesterday went to group and was absolutely certain that I was going to get a gain. It made me really grumpy. I was totally devastated that that was what was coming. But I went to group yesterday, and let me just get my book. So it's really sunny here. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but I actually lost ½ pound yesterday, so I'm really, really delighted. I'm sorry it's really sunny. Let me see if I can move you a little bit and not lose you completely. I'm sat in the conservatory, so it's really sunny here and bright, so I'm sorry if the light keeps changing. But anyway, I was delighted by ½ pound off yesterday. I know I should probably be aiming a bit higher and not be excited about ½ pound loss, but for me, I really thought I was going to have a gain, so I'm just delighted it was a loss and that they didn't take my 2-stone certificate from last week off me. And I'm also kind of really pleased that I didn't use Friday afternoon and evening as an excuse to kind of ruin the whole week, and that I was still kind of mindful of what I was doing, and also that I didn't decide not to go to group yesterday because I was very, very close to not going. And I think the lesson learned is, for me anyway, I am terrible at weighing at home, like weighing every day or weighing every other day. it's just a really bad idea, because I think what it does, if you're weighing in at group once a week, is weighing at home will go either way. If you step on the scales at home and they say something really brilliant, you're kind of going to let your foot off the gas for the rest of the week. And if they say that you're kind of up on where you want to be, you're going to stress yourself out and potentially self-sabotage in what you're eating and what you're doing for the rest of the week. So I think the lesson for me is put your home scales away, just weigh in once a week, at the same time, at the same place at group, whatever plan you follow, and leave it as that, really, and trust that they will be whatever they are. Put your faith in whatever plan you're doing. But anyway, I'm really pleased. So I bought a couple of things. I did look at the Take 5 cookbook at group yesterday, and I did debate it, but I have got quite a lot of Slimming World cookbooks, and I don't really use them very often. I tend to get more sort of inspiration from YouTube or Instagram, so I probably will buy it at some point, but I thought I should probably make better use of the recipe books that I've already got before I buy anything else. So I didn't do that, but I did buy a new journal, shiny new journal, which has got 12 weeks of kind of diary space in it, and it also gets you to kind of think about what you want to achieve over those 12 weeks. I think this was £4.95. And you get it at group at the little shop at Slimming World. And for me, I've got a holiday coming up in a couple of weeks, but I have another holiday in about 12 weeks time. So I've written my little goals for 12 weeks. So at the moment I'm 12 stone 6, and I'm hoping that in 12 weeks I will be a stone lighter. And I know that doesn't sound massively ambitious, but for me, with another holiday in between, I think getting another stone off in 12 weeks I'd be more than chuffed with that. So that's my goal for the end of my journal in 12 weeks time, so end of October. So we'll see how that goes. I also bought some new, they're not new, I bought some salted caramel hi-fis. For those of you who haven't tried these, they are delicious. They're not massive, but they're kind of really flapjacky, and I absolutely love them. They're delicious. On Slimming World, they're either 3 sins or you can have 2 as your healthy extra B. So I'm a big fan of those. If you haven't tried them, I really love them. If you like flapjacky sort of stuff, they're quite sweet, but I'm a big fan. I also have bought a couple of other things this week that I've been really enjoying, and I thought I'd show you those whilst I've got you. So this is the Jordan Skinny Syrup. I know loads of people have tried sort of different skinny syrups in different flavours. This is the sort of caramel one, which is my favourite. Some of them I'm not like a massive fan of, if I'm totally honest. But I really like that flavour. I know a lot of people put them in coffee. I personally don't love them in coffee, but I love them. I use them to sweeten things like baked oats. I use it to sweeten like porridge and things like that, or quark, and yeah, I'm a big fan. I think it was something, these were something like, they're about £7, that kind of figure off the top of my head. I know some people find these in TK Maxx. I've never found that many there, but I know loads of people have had success with that. I tend to buy them online. I think, I can't remember where I bought this one, but I know I've shopped from a couple of websites. So if you Google online, you should be able to find this. But they have all sorts of different flavours, but that one is definitely my favourite. I also bought this last night after weigh-in, which in retrospect might have been a bit of an issue because there is now like half of it gone. But this is the birthday cake flavour, and I'd really wanted to try it. It's quite expensive, I think. I mean, it's sometimes on offer. That one I got in Tesco's and it was £5, which I think is quite a lot for ice cream, but then a lot of the premium ice creams are quite a lot. But they are often on offer for like 2 for £7 or something like that, which isn't too bad. So this flavour I hadn't tried before. It was delicious. It's very kind of vanilla-y, but it's got like sprinkles, hundreds and thousands in, and I'm a big fan. I couldn't find this flavour on the app, but I think most of them, for a serving, which is considered to be like I think a quarter of this, I think they're normally between sort of 3 and 4.5 cents. So yeah, about that kind of value I think it will be. The other thing that I've really been enjoying recently are these. So they're the blend broth sauces. So this is the barbecue one. They're sugar free, and I think they're from the app, I think they're about half a cent per tablespoon. And they've got this one, which is the barbecue sauce, and they also have a sweet chili that I really like. They have a piri piri sauce, I think they've got a ketchup, but I haven't tried the ketchup. I really like this. I think it's really good with cold meats. I did try to put it over chicken and bake it, and it went a bit runny when it was in the oven. But for me to like have on the side to kind of dip, I love barbecue sauce, but to dip like your burger in or your cold meats in or whatever, I am a massive fan of this. I think it's really nice. I've tried a lot of sugar-free and sort of low-cal sauces in my time, but this one and certainly the sweet chili sauce they do, I'm a big fan of, and I think half a sin per tablespoon is really, really brilliant. So yeah, I'd recommend that. I don't know if I said a second ago, but I got this one in Sainsbury's. I can't remember on the price, but yeah, I really like that. The other thing I've been enjoying recently are these, which are the sugar-free jellies. I think this is cranberry and raspberry. I think they're about half a sin, so they're 10 calories. I tend to have this as like an evening treat. So I sometimes spray some Anchorite squirty cream and obviously weigh that over the top. But I think that's a really nice kind of summery kind of pudding, and you can put strawberries with it or berries with it or whatever, and some kind of low-cal cream. So big fan of that for like a kind of low-cal pudding. And the last thing that I've really been enjoying recently as we kind of go into winter, I thought I'd mention it, is the stewed steak. This is empty. I have actually eaten it. But this is from Sainsbury's. It's bits of steak in gravy. Really, really nice. I'm not a massive fan of the smell when I first take the lid off, but it is delicious. So I've just been having this with kind of veggies, but you can obviously have it, you know, with mashed potato and veg or whatever. But I think this is a really nice, hearty, easy, quick meal. This is, I think, 1 sin for the can. And obviously there's 2 portions in there, but absolutely delicious. Really, really enjoy this. Marks and Spencer's do a similar one as well, which is really nice as well. But yeah, big fan of this, and very quick when you just get in late and can't be able to cook and just still want to stay on plan. So I'd recommend that too. Obviously with all of the kind of sin allowances I have given, please do protect your weight loss by checking the app. I may be wrong, things change all the time. I'm not a leader, I'm not an expert at all. I just kind of remember that they're the sin values. So if you want to be really, really sure, I would check the Slimming World app to check that you know, everything is sort of good and up to date. So and that I've given you the right values. But anyway, I'll wrap this up. I'm rambling on. Thank you so much. And the ice cream needs to go back in the freezer. But thank you so much for joining me on my journey. I massively appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. And I'd love if you could subscribe to my channel to share my journey with me. Yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing a bit more from me soon. So thank you so much for watching. Massively appreciated. Until next time. Hi. Just a quickie. I've realised, like the complete genius that I am, I have managed to cut the bottom off most of the shot when I've been editing that footage. So you can actually only see half the products. I am really sorry about this. Obviously it's my first week on YouTube, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm hoping that I'm going to get better at this kind of thing, but in the meantime I thought it'd be a good idea to show you the products up close in case you couldn't see them in that video. So we've just got the salted caramel hi-fis, obviously the birthday cake halo top, we've got the sugar-free blend broth barbecue sauce, and I also mentioned the piri piri and sweet chili I've had from them as well. Really like the sweet chili too, but the barbecue sauce is my favourite. Not that I didn't like the piri piri, it's just quite spicy, but still good. And this is the Sainsbury's stewed steak. This is the can, and then finally this is the 10 calorie Hartley's cranberry and raspberry jelly, and they do loads of different flavours. They do, I think, like a key lime pie one, or maybe a lemon cheesecake one, but make sure you obviously get one that is the 10 calories so that the sin value is still low. Anyway, just wanted to wrap this up. As always, if I didn't mention it before, please do check the sins yourself. I'm sure you would, but you know, I try and get it right, but I am only human and I'm likely to make mistakes, so please do to protect your own weight loss, do check the app to check that I've got the sins of these right. But anyway, I hope you all have a lovely week. I will see you next week to report in how I've done. Bye.